Hey everybody, what's going on? I just watched Spider-Man Brand New Day and I wanted to give my spoiler-free review of the movie. So, without further ado, let's get going on this thing here. All right, let's talk about some of the good stuff that's happened in this movie. For me personally, I thought the cinematography was top-notch. The approaches they took into visually making you feel like you are actually Spider-Man swinging through Manhattan. I thought that was beautiful. The camera angles, so some of the beautiful shots were amazing. It is some of the best you're going to see of a Spider-Man movie. They really ramped it up a notch. Whatever movies you saw in the past, whether it be Tom Holland, Spider Man, Andrew Garfield, or any other Spider Man movies, Tobey Maguire, this movie tops it all in terms of the way you see Spider Man moving around in the city. It is very, very reminiscent of the Spider Man games by Sony. I think they're just on par with that, and they look absolutely amazing. So I really like that part about this movie. The sound effects, the score was also top notch. Really got you into the mood when it had to be fun, when it had to be a little bit of dramatic and drama. The score was right there, really to set you up for the mood because sound, good sound, really can amp up the um, the excitement of a movie, and I think they did a great job there. So I think visually and audio wise, things were really good, top notch there. Where this movie kind of falters is the length of it. I feel that 2 hours and 20 minutes or so was a bit too long. This movie, you could have removed about 20 minutes of it and still had a pretty decent movie. There was times in the movie where I felt the pace was just too slow and it kind of took me out of it. And I was kind of not invested anymore. I was sort of like, I'll eat my popcorn, I'll have my drink, and I'll wait for the next scene to come here soon enough. And so I think those particular moments in the movie kind of draws you out and doesn't get you excited for the next turn of events, whatever it is. The characters, the actors in here, I thought Tom Holland, fantastic, did a great job. Uh, Great hair, by the way. At every moment, he had fantastic hair, no matter what the situation was. Hair top notch. So, makeup artist and hairstylist, you did a great job making sure his hair is bountiful and beautiful. Zendaya, okay, not too bad. She had her parts in here and there. They tried to make her more of a serious MJ, and I don't know if that's the way to go about it. It was a little too serious. I get it, the nature of the story. It required that in some moments, but I just felt that I would have loved to see more of a upbeat MJ. But I mean, if you're getting chased by bad people all around all the time, then I guess you can't be too happy, right? So, but anyways, Zendaya was not bad. She's super talented, anyways. But she was, good enough in the movie. The surrounding other actors, the villains, Sadie, I think was a good addition in some areas, but I also feel that was unnecessary to have this Sadie as one of the main characters in there. I felt that she wasn't able to really push out her abilities. Considering what she was doing in Stranger Things, I was expecting a little bit more of aggressiveness from her character, and I didn't see that. There were times where I saw some glaring hopes. I was thinking that, okay, here we go, we're going to ramp it up a little bit more, and it just kind of dissipated quickly after that. Do I like the story? Not really. The story was not that good overall. It was not that good. It was just good enough to get you to the finish line, but it wasn't like something exciting. The ending was not super exciting. The addition of the Hulk, totally unnecessary. We didn't need it. We did not need the Hulk in there. I don't know why Mark Ruffalo was in there. Maybe it's a contractual thing where they have to have the Hulk in a movie every so many years to keep the rights of him in the movies. Maybe that's why they did that, to kind of get him out of the way. But they could have done that in Avengers Endgame, anyways, or sorry, Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars down the road. But unnecessary, totally unnecessary. They could have easily had him not in the movie, and we would have been just fine. There was a lot of interaction with a individual from a law enforcement side of things, which I found a little too weird, where the law enforcement is considerably all the time to make this person part of their team or something. Spider-Man's not at a law enforcement. He's a vigilante hero. Well, your friendly neighborhood, but still, he's not law enforcement. He hasn't gone through law enforcement training, all that stuff. He's a superhero. They are at a different hemisphere, right? And sometimes for better or worse. But I just felt that the conversations, the continuous cooperation all the time, a little too much on the nose. In terms of all the villains that they talked about and they showed off, a lot of them were just like snacks. They're like quick little snacks. Here it is. We showed you this guy. There you go. You should be happy. On to the next. And I felt that was disingenuous because I was expecting a little bit more from some of these villains, and I was kind of left disappointed about the shortness of it. I'll leave it at that. In terms of the overall narrative going forward, I believe this movie is gonna have some issues down the road when they try to merge and connect all of these other stories from Marvel. It's gonna have some issues, and without getting into spoilers, I feel that they did a character very dirty, in my opinion, of the origin. And when you see the movie, and if you've read the comics, I mean, obviously there's different versions, but you'll know what I'm talking about if you have read comics. You'll know what I'm saying. And if you don't know what I'm saying, then maybe leave me the comment and ask me, what are you talking about? Then I can kind of give you my opinion on it. Definitely leave your comments on what your thoughts are. I'm sure there's a bunch of you that have seen this movie. It is going to make a ton of money. It will absolutely make a ton of money. Whether it beats the Avengers movie, we don't know. But it's going to give it a run for its money for sure. And we've talked about this in our Popcorn Chicken live segment on Sundays. And it's gonna make a ton of money. It already has just in 24 hours made good money. So again, was this the best Spider-Man movie? Not in my opinion in terms of storyline. I thought the Tobey Maguire storylines were some of the best storylines they had there. I don't think Tom Holland's latest Spider-Man movie had the best story. I thought it was an okay movie, but not a great movie. Let me know what you think. Like I said, like, subscribe, do all those cool things, and let me know what your comments are in terms of the movie, what you thought. And my overall score for this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10. It was just enough to get over the finish line, but it wasn't a great movie overall. As always, thank you for watching and appreciate all of you guys. Have yourself a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.